Welcome back, I am Brad, and this is my playthrough of LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga. We just finished off the last video, the events of Kashyyyk, and before that, General Grievous. And so now we'll be, like I said earlier, finishing off Episode 3 with Ruin of the Jedi, and I forget what this level is called, but it's supposed to the final one, like Obi-Wan and Anakin face off. Oh, sorry, I forgot to talk. I know I talked about it. I think it was the last thing I was talking about in the previous video, but it's like how a lot of the design choices were typically there just to like oh, these are the precursors to everything in the Empire, and like with the walkers and all the trip designs. This just one like little thing about the story I think is actually pretty good with this kind of callback or precursor. Because I know in the movie of Revenge of the Sith, it's Yoda that's the one that feels all the Jedi's deaths around the galaxy. And I thought that was always meant to be, or at least later on. And that's sort of like the equivalent of, in the fourth movie when Alderaan gets destroyed, Obi-Wan feels all deaths through the Force. And just like, just putting it in my mind now, just like, that's probably the basis is like, and it just really shows either like the connection Yoda had with all Jedi, or just how big an event it was. It's probably a bigger event, just looking at Alderaan, like how many lives were lost. But I don't know. Again, and I guess in the story, it's much more compelling because like Yoda, I think would have, I think in like his role in the Jedi stuff is like he was like the one person that had connection with all the Jedi at some point. Like it's like he had trained them with like those classes at one point. It was either that or it was like something, or it was just again meant to be a sort of call to that. I don't know. Sorry, this is a walkway. Sorry about this cliff. Though, what was I going to say? Oh, the Yoda feeling the Force thing. I only, again, this goes back into sort of the sort of gritty of the Star Wars lore, but it's also just kind of funny that, I say, Anakin fell at the dark side because he is afraid of people dying, and like the Sith were always trying to find this way of staying alive for prolonging their lives unnaturally. But then like the Jedi in the later parts, like they had a way of becoming Force ghost, and it's like all the stuff the Sith did were pretty much just this kind of pointless because the Jedi could like do all that, or to an extent do all that. But I know we're gonna because the moment is in this section. But I remember there was this thing meme was like people were it was like at least a meme where it was like everyone was upset how what's it Hale Christensen or something like that was how he portrayed like Anakin's emotions, just like a lot of these sad faces is like, or it's like how his dialogue in the movie felt Dance Not to and stuff. Like I never got that either through maturity or just like he was meant to be having a mental breakdown, and it was just like, and I thought the way he was acting actually portrayed a mental breakdown, like would look like in this situation. So I will say probably my favorite part our favorite thing to ever come out of Star Wars, like the prequel, all the prequels and stuff, is the meme. Whereas like it was like it was like meant to be a still of either or a behind the scenes still picture from again behind the scenes of Obi-Wan and Anakin lightsaber fight, but because it wasn't what's the word I'm waiting for? Like it wasn't they didn't add in like the lightsabers and all that, and then like a lot of fans would just re-edit it to make it look like Anakin was just like pole dancing and Obi-Wan was like throwing money at him. That's probably the favorite thing we ever got that we got out of the prequel trilogies. Everything else is it's fairly great, or nothing else would come out would ever beat that to me. Is this for some reason I am just getting like the recall of just like a very tedious task, and I'm thinking that maybe just because of in the freeway when you gain all the mini kits and all that, it just feels more tedious than like in this section. We're just trying to get through the door. But yeah, is this the end of this level? Because I'm just thinking that because I'm just dreading the final one. It's like all the platforming like difficulty in that section. I think probably one second. I'm surprised they don't have you build a whole projector. Because I feel like that's something Lego Star Wars do, is like to get yeah, I feel like that's something that Lego Star Wars games would do to bring up a hologram. You have to build like a whole style projector. Like you break some boxes and you have to assemble it. I feel that all is still time. I think they did something similar in Lego Batman too. But, well, I know there was a section like that in the Lego Harry Potter games, because you know they have the thing for the paintings for like Revenge of Sith. I'm just wanting to see what this chapter is called. Okay, it's just Darth Vader. Am I the only one that, as a kid, always misheard it and thought it was Darth Vader and not Darth Vader? Yeah, this is pain in my ass. And it was a section where the one fight, just worked for. You can see why now why I dread this level particularly. I will say I did actually like the level, Moose Far level on the Alpine too. Okay, now I have to build these to give me some more time. Money and naked. Okay. Oh, what? Oh. You know, Anakin is your life in danger of the well. Why aren't you helping? That's always a strange to me. Like, why do you think you were fighting? Why didn't? I remember. I think it was in the lore of the Clone Wars before. I think it was a bit retcon with the CGI show coming out. They retconned it so that like Anakin's scar, he got that. I think in the original continuity he got that scar from Saga Adventures. I think it was, and I forget what the lore was. That where he got it from in with the Clone Wars show or the newer one. Okay. It was like it was definitely like during the Clone Wars. I don't think he had it in. Sorry. I was concentrating because I really don't want this part. But yeah, I forget. In the original war, it was a Saga Adventures. And like in the TV show, it's like when Anakin goes hunting for a Saga Adventures in the ship, that she gives it to him. Or they fight and she like slices at him. Okay. But in the continuity of the what I'm trying to say, within the CGI show, I don't think they ever touch upon where he got that scar from. And I only ever learned this like fairly recently, I think a few months ago, that because yeah, because there was a 4-year gap between the movies, and there was supposed to be like the Clone Wars was supposed to take like 4 years. That they were able to like a lot of writers for the extended media, like from the show to comics and all that, and books, you know. They oh, what's the where am I supposed to go? Okay, I am. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the Clone Wars stuff. So okay, apparently, okay, this is my bang. So they were able to like very much plan it out, like how the Clone Wars go, and it would like effectively be in real time between movies. And I think when that was sort of all that was somewhat retconned when I think entirely when they made the CGI Clone Wars show. I do like. I was talking about this in the last video. I do like how the level is formatted. It's just like, oh, the two players are playing both Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Anakin, and they're simultaneously helping each other through the level, but also fighting each other. And I do like the nice like thing where it's like they gave both players so many hearts, so it's still both boss battle and like a versus mode. But yeah, this will do it for my for Revenge of the Sith. portion of the playthrough. Halfway through right now, just halfway through. And so in the next video, we'll be starting A New Hope. You know, and getting into a section of the game where I feel like I can talk a bit more because I've watched all these movies, but when it came to the original trilogy, I've actually read the novelizations. The first one, like New Hope, was written by George Lucas, where I think the other ones were like more proper novelizations, where it's like, oh, it's a movie, then the book, or the books are written more of the movie. Where I think and there's a number of retcons, especially with the first movie, A New Hope, and its novelization, or the in novel of it, like whole things of like the design of Millennium Falcon, as well as just like a number of small snippets. Like the overarching story is all the same, but it's just like a number of minor details. So I'll see you in the next video.